The meat grinder of Okinawa. It was 1945, the final bloody stretch of the Pacific Theater. My great-uncle on my mother's side was just a kid, really, thrust into the typhoon of steel on the island of Okinawa. The air didn't feel like air anymore. It was thick with the smell of sulfur, damp earth, and cordite. His platoon was moving through a jagged ravine, the kind of terrain where the coral rocks are as sharp as razors and the mud tries to swallow your boots whole. They knew they were being watched. Every rustle of a palm frond felt like a barrel leveling at their chests. The shot in the dark. The order came to take cover. My uncle dove behind a massive, moss-covered rock, pressing his back against the cold stone. He could hear his own heartbeat thumping against his ribs. For a moment, there was a lull in the mortar fire, a silence so heavy it felt like a physical weight. Then a sharp crack echoed through the ravine. He didn't feel pain at first, just a violent jar to his leg, like someone had swung a sledgehammer into his heel. A Japanese sniper, hidden somewhere in the limestone caves above, had found the 1 inch of flesh exposed past the edge of the rock. The bullet tore straight through his foot. The loneliest departure. The medics scrambled. Amidst the chaos of the ensuing firefight, they managed to drag him back to a casualty clearing station. He was loaded onto a bumpy transport, then a ship, and finally evacuated to a hospital far from the front lines to recover. As he lay in that hospital bed staring at the ceiling, he waited for news of his friends. He waited for the familiar faces of his platoon to cycle through the wards or send word from the front, but the word never came. Later he found out the truth. Shortly after he was evacuated, his unit was caught in a massive counteroffensive. One by one, the men he had joked with, shared rations with, and bled with were wiped out. He realized then that the sniper's bullet, the very thing he thought might end his life, was actually the only thing that saved it. He was the only man from his entire platoon to leave that island alive. Every time he looked at the scar on his foot, he didn't just see a wound. He saw the ghosts of 20 men who didn't get to come home,